All right. What's going on? How you guys doing? Beast Mode Brandon back again. First and foremost, faith, praise the Most High. Thank you for allowing us to be here to put our goodness to test and continue to share it with everybody. With that being said, hey, it's Money Monday. I just want to walk through a real quick recap why I called out some of the trades that I called out. We do this live every single day in our live trade room. If that does interest you, or you're struggling, or simply looking for a community, just comment Beast Mode or BMT below, and I will send you my email to send me a direct email and get you rocking to how we do things. You know, we day trade, we swing trade, and we invest. So the power of all three is the true keys to the kingdom, right? So yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys are having a blessed day. Don't want to take too much of your time. If you look to my screen right now, you can see right here is ES. The same pattern, same tools, repeatable over and over and over again, right? Today I made $675 doing what I'm about to show you right here, right now. So today, coming into the markets, right? If you check this out, you have your candle. We have a pivot here, we have a pivot down here. So what we're looking for is a green candle on a pivot, and we're taking a breakout. If we have a red candle on a pivot, we're taking a breakdown. So today, this morning, we opened up. I said we don't really have much, and guess what happens? We hit this pivot line. So then I said I'm taking a breakout above this pivot right here, and check out what happened. Boom, shakalaka. Just to show you one contract, that right there is worth over $500 one contract. Now, you're never going to enter here and sell out at the very, very tippy top, but the true power is you're able to get a piece of that move. So could you have gotten 100 or 200 bucks of that move? Absolutely. Then price came down, touched this pivot again. We called a breakout. There's another breakout, and then price came down. This is when I was done trading. There's some people that took this red candle breakdown right here. Boom. Red candle breakdown. Boom. And see how easy that is. I called out 2 winning trades on ES today. You could have taken a potential third, fourth trade, and you could see the power of it. One of the hardest things about day trading is sitting here and being patient just like this, waiting for a qualified setup, a qualified move to happen, and that's the hardest part, trust me. It took me many weeks, months, and years to fully grasp that because I did start in 2016. Wasn't always this consistent, but hey, my loss is your gain, and that's why I share with people and try to give them the model of what I needed when I first started out, right? So coming into this next chart where the circle's at and the smiley face, you can see the smile, same pattern, same setup, same 2 tools. Candle's green. We called a breakout right there. Boom, there's 1 winning trade. We called a breakout right here. Boom, there's 2 winning trades. This doesn't look like much, but that went from 27 up to 47. That's 20 NQ points. I typically go risk-free when I see 10 NQ points in my favor because that's a guaranteed risk-free trade. Then we got a reset. Price came back up, and you could have taken another breakout off that candle right here, or could have taken the breakout right there. Both of them ended up playing out to be a winner. We got another reset right here for another NQ breakout. Then you can see the transition of the green candles to red. We hit a pivot right here. You take a breakdown. Boom. Another pivot. Boom. Another pivot. Boom. Guess what? My goal is to get you 1 or 2 winning trades in the first 30 minutes of the day. Trade the open. Get green, stay green, and go enjoy your day. So, I didn't take all these NQ trades. I took this one and that one. And between those 2 trades right there, trading just 1 contract, that's $675 to me. A repeatable, simple pattern over and over and over again. Now, if you come here to this CL chart right here, we did call it a breakout. This morning, we were waiting to see what happened on this trade. And we were looking for a breakout. I did prematurely call this breakdown right there. Some people got into it, and some people did it, but that was a good one. Then we come back down and hit another pivot again. We took the breakdown here. This technically didn't hit, but I was looking at it closely, and I did mention it. We're breaking underneath the pivot, but if you want to be super conservative and wait for a guaranteed pivot touch, right here's the grand slam signal right there. So as you can see, these are 5-minute bars. That's a very good trade. Then price comes back up again. You got another pivot break right here. Boom, there's another one. So yeah, the first one didn't quite touch it. When I was quickly looking at it, I thought it did, but I did say that in the room, and well, a couple of people did manage to take that. But the trend is still down, and we did get our notorious green to red, which is another pattern breakdown, as well as the pivots that I'm sharing with you right now. So if you're super conservative, trading only the pivots, right here was your first one, and then there was your second one. So you can see how simplified that is. Regardless, it was an easy trading day today. You see Tesla. We're going to come and I'm going to show you the diamond now. This is for options. In the beginning, I shared with you that I trade futures and I trade stock options, right? Tesla, this candle was green. I called a breakout right here. And in 5 minutes, this thing ended up pushing up 439 to 443. Almost 4.5 points, just shy of $4 of movement. That's an easy money trade right there. That's enough to get you your 15 to 30% ROI in that one trade. Then the next trade we called, the candles turned red. We took a breakdown right there. Boom. Then our candles went from green or red to green. We got right above our magnet. This candle right there called out the breakout. And as you can see, it went up, came back down. Boom. Power bar using the same tools, the same setups over and over and over again. After we did, and I'm just going to show you this, when the candles were red, we took this breakdown. The next drop, we hit those two pivots. I didn't order right here, and it simply never broke to the downside. Then I saw the candle give us a pattern here where they went from red to green, and this one didn't hit the pivot, but that one did. That's why I took that qualified breakout right there. A very good setup and pattern to trade. So the next trade we did call out on the option side is this right here. The power of this is we trade SPX, and we use our AI Lotto high and our AI Lotto low as targets for us to take, right? Our strikes to take. Today, we did alert, I think it was the 68.45 calls, and I think it was like the 67.55 puts right here. That's how I got the strikes, right? And then I wait for our price to break out or break down. This push right here, it was able to generate about 35-40% ROI for another winning trade on the option side. All these trades are all called out live when I'm taking them. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but I can tell you what I'm doing with mine. So we tell people, hey, let's shake and bake together, With that being said, that's how we day traded today. I'm going to pull up Amazon and show you how we swing trade, right? And if I pull this up to a daily time frame, I'm going to show you a repeatable pattern and process for the swing traders, right? And this is a little bit choppy, but sometimes that happens in trading. And I'm purposely showing you this. Trading is about consistently trading your plan and using risk management. What if I told you that you could wait for a simple pattern, a green candle, green arrow, or a red candle, red arrow? If you wait for those things and you get expansion within the next couple days, that's what we're looking for. So check it out. Here's a green candle, green arrow, and then price gap down. That was the earnings, so you're probably not taking it, but let's just say you did. And we wouldn't take that, but I'm just saying that we'll just say that's a loss. Then our red candle, red arrow. Did we get expansion? Guess what? That thing went from 214 down here to 211. That's about $3.50. That's enough to get you on a 4-week expiration, 15-30% ROI. You see how easy and powerful that is? So there's a good winning trade. Green candle, green arrow, there's 2. Green candle, green arrow, there's 3. Green candle, green arrow, there's 4. Green candle, green arrow, there's 5. Green candle, green arrow, there's 6. Green candle, green arrow up, that's a loss. Red candle, red arrow, that's 7. Red candle, red arrow, there's 8. Red candle, red arrow, that's a loss. Red candle, red arrow, there's 9. There's 10. Green candle, green arrow, there's 11. There's 12. And we're about to get a potential 13 right there. So there's 12. And then with that 1, 2, 3, there's 3 losers there. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, where'd my calculator go? Right here. So 12 and then 3 losers, which is 15. 12 divided by 15, that is 80%. Our probability is 85. We're actually underperforming right now. But 80% is still green. So I'm trying to tell you, if you stay consistent, you trade the plan, you're going to rock and roll. Then you're going to get into sections where you're going to get in a nice smooth section where it goes like this. Green candle, green arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and then a loser. 7-1. Red candle. 8-1. 9-1. There's your 90% on a second streak that we didn't go over. So you see the power of true swing trading. Now investing, you can simply do this as well. Come here to the weekly time frame and look at this like a buy opportunity setup, right? Picture this like you're buying real estate. You know, you got a buy right over here, which all those buys are like all but right at the same price. You got to buy up here, you got to buy here, and you got to buy here. Imagine you put in $1,000 down here, right? And price went up to right there. Guess what? Your $1,000 is worth $2K. Sell out, bring $1K back, and let it ride. Comes back down. You get another buy here, and now you put in another 1K. So now you got 2K. Then you go here to 100, up here to 200. Guess what? Now you got 4K. All right. Sell out. Let 1K ride for free. Now you have 3K setting off to the side. Then price goes up, comes back down. You take another buy right there at 200, and it's at 246 right now. That's 25% ROI in your favor. Let's say you put all that 3K back in there. Then you got 4K, and your 4K up here, you're already up 25%, is worth 5K. Guess what? Sell out, bring 4K back, right? And let the 1K ride for free. So now you're invested in Amazon completely free. So now we got 4K, 1,000 in Amazon. Now we come into a completely random stock. Let's just go to Ford, right? I try to do things that are different so that you guys can see this, right? Here's another buy. Here's another buy. Here is another buy. Here's another buy. Here's another buy, right? Say you took your buy down here at 5 and you put 1K into the count. At 5, up here to 10, it's now 2K. Guess what? Sell out. Bring it back. You got 4K in the market. 1K riding. Up here again, you now got 2K again. Sell out. Let 1K ride with your average still way down there. And guess what? Now you have 5K. But don't forget, you're investing in Amazon and Ford at the same time, right? Then price comes back down. You take another buy-in right here. And let's say you put in another 1,000. So now you got 2K into it right here. And your cost average is about right there. Price comes down. You got another buy. It's underneath your entry. Another buy. You could take these right here. But we'll just take them, right? We'll put another 1K in right here. Now we got 3K. All right, so now we're back to 4K. Then we got another buy right there. Let's put another K in. Now we got 4K. Now we're back down to 3K. Price comes back down. We got this buy. So here's your cost average. There's up there the buys, give or take about right there at about $9. And then you got your last buy right here. Let's just say you put in 5K again. Now you have 2K. Guess what happens? We go from about $9 up here to just shy of 14. So that's almost 50%. We'll just say 25% though. Guess what? 5K, 25%. We're just going to say there's 6K up here. Sell out of everything. Bring your 5K back, right? You got 1K for free. Now you also get to keep in mind, you get dividends. Right there's 1, right there's 5%. There's 10. There's 15. There's 20. So we're up even more than this, collecting it for free while owning those shares, right? So now we have 1K in Amazon, 1K in Ford, 5K on the side. And we can keep doing this all day long, but this is a structured way to invest from a high probability. Another thing I want to tell you before I give you back your Monday, if you buy here of $1,000 at 5 and up here at 20, your $1,000 is worth 5K, right? Because you're up 400%. Guess what? If you hold that 5K all the way back down here and never sell, guess what? Your 1K is only worth 2K right here. Get what I'm saying? So you had 1K, went up to 5K. You want to hold it forever. It drops back down, and now your 1K is only 2K. So instead of being up 400% ROI, you're now only up 100% ROI. That is why you must take profits, right? But that's just my opinion. So we can always reinvest our money at a cheaper price point, and that's how we invest for the long haul. With that being said, hey, I don't want to take too much of your time. It is Monday. We had a couple people come in today because they watched last week's live. Appreciate you guys. And hey, let's keep pushing forward, getting what's ours, and having fun, because what's work when you're having fun? With that being said, you also have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.